Hello, hello everyone. Happy virtual birthday card class. It is Tuesday, January 11th, and I'm going to give it just a second for this to populate in your feed. When you come on, if you see me, just give me a hello or a thumbs up or send me some hearts so I know you're here. I'd love to know you're here. I'm going to go share this in a couple of places real quick. Let's see. Where am I? Hello, Debbie, Sister Debbie. So happy to see you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. That is awesome. I'm glad that you could be here. It's taking just a minute for people to catch the class. Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy that you are here. Hi, Karen Ferguson, Jenny Sylvia. Hello, Linda Funnel. Oh my goodness, some of my favorites, some of my absolute favorites. So I'm pretty sure that I'm in the right place, right? I'm on my One Crafty Sister business page. I'm trying to find the live video to share it, and I tell you, I can't find it. But Facebook is so weird lately. They change things, so, oh well. I'm just going to be here with y'all. Happy Tuesday. I'm so happy that you could be here to stamp with me tonight. Tonight is the start of my 3-class series that's a virtual birthday card class. And I thought, what better night to start this card class, this birthday card class, than the night of my birthday, right? Like that makes total sense. And I'd rather hang out with you guys for my birthday. That's like the best thing a girl could ask for, is have a bunch of her crafty friends together for her birthday. So thank you for tuning in. Just a couple quick things. I'm going to tell you about how this virtual card class series is going to go, how you can qualify or earn a make and take packet for all of the projects that I'm going to make tonight. And so if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or you're not one yourself, obviously some of you on here are demonstrators, but if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love it if you would consider shopping with me. So in the link here tonight, or in the information of the video, is a link to my online store that has most of the products that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. And so that just makes it easy peasy to see what it is that I used in my projects. And a host code. So if you shop with this host code until Sunday of this week, you're going to get the make and takes for all of the projects that we are going to make tonight. So you'll get all the pre-cut papers and die cut pieces, and all you need is your own stamps and inks to make those projects. So what's so fun about this is that it's Sale-a-Bration time. Woo! That's even more of a party than my birthday. Sale-a-Bration is an amazing time with Stampin' Up! And if you're not familiar with it, I've got my little Sale-a-Bration catalog here. Sale-a-Bration is a time when we shop with the things that we love and we get to earn free products. So I'm going to use some of those free products in the projects that we have tonight. And again, the way that you can earn those make and take kits is when you place an order with me for up to $35. I'm going to send you the paper products to make these projects that I'm going to show you tonight. And when you're so that's a $35 order, but if you bump your order up to $50, which why wouldn't you? Because you're going to get some free stuff during Sale-a-Bration when you hit the $50 threshold, then you're also going to get a pack of these gorgeous iridescent rhinestones that we are going to be using tonight. So you'll see those in action. You're going to get a pack of those sent to you for free. So you have until Sunday to place an order with the host code that's linked here or shown here in the information. So would you guys like to see the cards that we're going to make tonight? let me show you them. All right. Woo! Cards, birthday cards. Okay, we're gonna make a super fun happy birthday sunshine card, and look at how super cute and sparkly this card is. Oh my gosh, this card seriously just makes me happy. We're also going to make some cute ladybugs. These ladybugs are adorable. This is something new in our January to June mini catalog, so you're going to really like that. When was the last time you made a sun ray card? I'm going to show you how to make this. And then we're going to play with some really cute otters. So how about that for some fun cards? Oh, Karen, you love the ladybugs? Awesome. Okay, so if you guys want to celebrate this birthday big time, I would love it if you guys would share this video with your friends and ask them to come celebrate my birthday with us. So just click the share button and you can share the video with all your friends and say, hey, my friend Jennifer is celebrating her birthday. We want to see how many we can get over here to celebrate her birthday. All right, let me put all my pieces back where they go. I think that goes there. This goes there, and we will get to some stamping. All right. So, shared. Thank you, Diana. And before I flip my camera down, for those of you that are local, I do have an upcoming Stampin' Bingo on January 22nd. And so that information is here on my One Crafty Sister page. You can see thank you guys for all the happy birthday wishes. It makes a girl's heart just go. I love you guys. But the Stampin' Bingo is on January 22nd here in Gainesville, Florida. It's linked in my One Crafty Sister page, and also the January Card Club. So I have a card club that you can join from anywhere because you can get it shipped to you. And this month we'll be focusing on the Honeybee Home. So here's a couple of the cards we'll be making. Cutie cards. So if you'd like to see about that, that is also an event on my Facebook page. You can click the link and get all the information about the different options for the card club. So, all right, let's flip down this camera so that we can get stamping. So I did want to show you guys where some of these products came from. This super cute sunshine. Does this sun just not make you happy? And with how sparkly it is, this sun and sentiment comes from the annual catalog, and on page 39 you'll see this Sharing Sunshine stamp set. So this has these fun graphic sun designs, and we're just going really simple today because we're going to use one of the cute little faces, and we're also going to use the Happy Birthday Sunshine. So let's pull some products over here. There is one new product over here. If you didn't notice how sparkly this card layer is, this is actually called our Supple Shimmer paper, and it is on page 67 here in our January to June mini catalog. Now I will warn you that the colors look way more vivid here, especially for the blue, so I wanted to show it to you in person. So this is the pink, which is very sparkly and pretty, and then this is the blue. It is a light pool party, so it looks almost like a balmy blue in here, but as you can see, that color is a little misrepresented in the catalog, but gorgeous nonetheless. And this stuff is $5, and you get 2 sheets. You get one 12 by 12 of the pink and one of the blue. So super pretty, and we're going to use a little on this card today so you can see how pretty that is. Set these catalogs to the side. Okay. Let me get my card kit out and I'll show you. I did consider using some of our Simply Marvelous designer series paper. That's some marble paper that you can get for free right now in our Sale-a-Bration catalog. But when I saw that Supple Shimmer, I'm like, oh, we need that. Like when you compare the two, sparkle all the way. I'm going to choose sparkle every day. To make this card, just to also let you know that when you get the make and take packet for this, you'll also get a full tutorial with color, with all color photos, step-by-step measurements and everything for you guys to make these. And also all the supplies that I used. So we are going to use layering circles and the basic borders, and that's how I created the clouds here and the circle for the sun. And you'll also need, I'm using the medium or the daisy punch for the sun rays. So let's get some stamps out here and start some stamping on this adorable card. And I'm going to show you a special secret tip for when you try to adhere something to any type of glimmer paper. So sometimes it can be tricky, but we're going to show you a secret. All right, so we've got our card here. I've got all my supplies all cut and ready. So let me just lay them out here so I can get myself situated. These are both the same. Okay, one of these is for the inside of our card. Now to start this card off, I'm going to adhere this Supple Shimmer to a basic white card base layer. Let me zoom in a little bit for you so you can see a little closer. And so you're just going to want to use some seal to add that. Oh, before I do that, this is the secret I was going to tell you. This is something that I never threw away that retired, was a 1-inch circle punch. And so you can do this with a die or any kind of shape, small shape. I'm just going to stick this in and punch a circle out. And that's where I'm going to put my sun. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because I am going to pop the sun up on dimensionals. And sometimes when you try to adhere to glitter type paper, it doesn't stick very well. So I wanted my sun to stick and be solid. So that's my little secret tip for you, is to add a hole where you're going to put that item so that it can just plop right there and stick to the white underneath. All right, we're going to need some dimensionals to put these together, and then we're going to make our cute little sun. So this is just 2 daisies put together with a dimensional. Now, I don't worry about them being perfectly straight because it looks cute when they're not so straight. It just does. Well, let's go ahead, before we do that, let's just go ahead and add this layer. Just going to add this with seal. Yeah, Diana and Maureen, that is something I learned a long time ago. Whenever you're using a glimmer paper, it can just be kind of hard sometimes to get everything to stick to it. I went ahead and adhered this. We're still going to stamp on it. If you are worried about messing up with your stamping, I suggest stamping it before you add it on, but I'm going to be brave tonight and stamp with it already together. So I've got some tuxedo black memento here and some polished pink. So let me slide some things out of the way so we can stamp and you can see. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the little sun. So the face is done with this cute little smile stamp. I absolutely love that little smile. And then in the stamp set are these little dots, and that's what we're going to use to make the little smiley cheeks. So that's that. All right, and this is just going to go on top of these daisies with a dimensional. Okay, look how cute that is. And then you're gonna take your snips and you're just gonna go around and trim off the tips. Now, if you're worried about them being exact, you can take a circle die and lay over your daisies and cut them out. But honestly, suns aren't perfect, are they? So it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, I will tell you, that booger's a little crooked. So I am going to stick this guy back on a little straighter. There we go. It's a little better there. But there's our little sun. And let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment on here. We're stamping, just so you can see, happy birthday, sunshine. And whenever I ink up with Tuxedo Black, I really work hard at getting plenty of ink on here because it's not squishy like our other ink pads. So there's our happy birthday. And now we're going to add our sunshine. Right there. Close these up now. All right. I've got some Pool Party Shimmer ribbon that looks so pretty with that Supple shimmer paper. So we're just going to take this and pull it around and tie a bow. I'm going to show you another tip that I love, and this is one that I show every time, but still, every time I show it, people are like, oh my gosh. So I'm going to just show it every time. You know how when you tie a bow and you get to this point, okay, and you've got it wrapped around your paper and you're like, I'm trying to tie it, Jennifer, but every time I do it, it loses its tautness. If you take a single glue dot on the tip of your scissors, or take your pick tool, I've got one right there on my scissors, I'm going to put it right under where I want my bow to be, okay? So I've got it right here, and when I pull my ribbon, I'm going to take and press down right over that. And now it's nice and taut, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's kind of like having a third hand. So now you can tie your ribbon and it'll stay tight around your card layer. So you can fiddle with your bow and get it perfect or whatever. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay. So there's our little bow. We'll trim the ends off and add our sun to our card. I've got that dimensional. Remember, we're going to put it right over the top somewhere in that piece there. And then we're going to add this to our card layer with dimensionals. Now, a few of our cards today are pretty popped up with dimensionals. I know that some of you are like way on the dimensional party bus. And then I have a couple that are like, I don't really like them. So I love them. And so a couple of these cards are kind of full of layers, but that's what makes it fun for me. None of these I don't think you'd have any problem mailing, at least not here in the US, because they are still kind of squishy. It does squish down. So I've got that together, and we're going to add it to the card front like that. And then this layer is just going to go on the inside. You can finish it off with any of the other stamps if you want. For today, we're just going to keep it kind of simple. There we go. And let's see, the last thing it's missing is some bling, right? So I've got these new iridescent rhinestones, and they are super sparkly as well. And so we're going to add some, and these so far seem to stick pretty well even to the glimmer paper, the Supple Shimmer paper. And I'm going to put one, let's see, I don't like it up there, so we're going to go right down here just to have there. So there we have your first card, a super happy, smiley sunshine card. Hope you like that. All right, let me clean up just a little here. In between, I think next we will make this cute card for you guys. We are going to make these cute ladybugs. The ladybugs were definitely one of the things that popped out to me with the new catalog. So let me show you. These little ladybugs are in the January to June mini catalog. So they just launched on January 4th. So this is the Hello Ladybug bundle, and it comes with the Hello Ladybug stamp set and the Ladybug Builder Punch. Okay, so what I love about this is the way the dots, when you see how easily these dots are made to work with this wing, like you might have thought like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so hard. It's not. So this, I believe, it coordinates with the, I'm pretty sure it coordinates with one of the daisy punches. You can use that. This is a gorgeous leaf, so we're not going to use any of those. We're just going to use the ladybug and some fun paper, but this card is super cute, and this is a very fun birthday set because it's just happy. It is such a cute ladybug card. All right, let's get out what we need here. Now, to make some of these pieces on this card, we're going to use the Stamparatus. So let me zoom out just a little so I have a little more room to show you. The Stamparatus is an amazing tool, and anytime you have really solid stamps or you want to get black really crisp or any of our colors and you want to get a really vivid, you can see how vivid and how perfectly dark these ladybugs are. It is because I've used the Stamparatus to get them nice and dark. So I did a couple, I am going to show you one, but I did a couple of them for our card already so that you didn't have to watch me do all of them. So it's just nice and solid. So let me show you how we're going to do that. Find my piece of paper here. Oh, I'm looking for my piece of paper. I already have it in my Stamparatus. That's really smart, Jennifer. I was so prepared, I fooled myself. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get your cardstock in your Stamparatus, and the Stamparatus is a stamp placement tool, and for those of you who aren't familiar with it, this is in our annual catalog, and it is probably one of the most must-have items, I would say, in our whole product line. And one of the reasons I love it and why I think it's better than any of the other stamp placement tools you might see out there on the market is because of the way that the arms are made to be hingeable and to also move. So it is on page 144 of our annual catalog. It's $49, and you can basically use this almost in place of all your blocks. And if you have any issues with arthritis or you have a hard time grasping or pressing with your hands, the Stamparatus is an excellent tool. It also helps you do things like repeatedly print the same thing in a row. And the reason why you can do that is because, like I said, this arm comes out and you can move it down and stamp again, and you can bring it up and move it down and stamp again. So it comes with two of these plates, or arms as I like to call them. And we're going to use one, but I do have a stamp on the front and on the back so that we can get both of our items done tonight. So we're going to start with our Ladybug. And again, we're using Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And I'm going to press that down, give it a nice solid press. As you can see, it's not super solid, so we're just going to ink up again. Especially with the Tuxedo Black, because it has that cloth over the top. You can see it's better. I'm going to do it one more time. I feel like the Ladybug needs 3 times to get it perfect. Okay, so there's my perfect Ladybug body. And now I'm just going to flip this over, and now I'm going to ink up the spots for the wings. There was a little bit of a light reflection there. All right, so I'm going to do that once and do it again twice. The little wing spots take about 2 times. All right. And there we have it. Now you might see I have tape on my magnets. These magnets, as you can see, they are very strong, and I have tape on them for 2 reasons. Number one, it makes it easy to pick them up because this is a magnetic base and these magnets come with your Stamparatus. But also, if they happen to stick together like that, I can have something to grip onto to pull. Now I will tell you, you don't want to do this because, as you can see, they are stuck like Chuck. They are very, very strong, and without this, they could also smash into each other and break. And so you always want to keep them separate from each other. I a lot of times just keep them on here, but there are spots in the back where they just slide right in there, and you can save them there. Whoa, let's get that out of the way now. Okay, so we've got those 2 things stamped, and now we need to stamp the wings. So I thought this was going to be so much more complicated to stamp, but it really isn't. So I'm going to show you here. I inked up the wings with the real red, and the dots on here are smaller than the dots on there. So literally, you can just line it up, stamp it down, and it comes out perfectly. No gap, nothing. I was really amazed with how easily that stamped. Okay, so we are going to need to punch these out with the punch, and of course, I stamped them backwards. Don't you love that when things have to go a certain direction and you're like, why did I stamp it that way? Let's see. I might need a little Post-it here to hold it for me, to give me an extra hand. All right, so I'm going to line this up now. There's my wings. And then we are going to punch the body. I did the same thing with that. Line that one up. These were not too hard to punch or get lined up because they have nice straight lines. Of course, when you do anything on film, it's 50 times harder than when you do it not on film. So there I have my 3 little ladybugs. So cute. Oh, thank you, Janice, for the happy birthday wishes. And yes, tune in to the replay. It will be there. Okay, so we have one more thing to stamp before we assemble. We're going to stamp our sentiment on this piece here. So this says, "May your greatest wish come true." Another great birthday sentiment. Okay, so now let's do some assembly. We've got some real red cardstock and we're going to assemble this on here. Just with a little bit of a real red border. We've got a piece of basic white that has been embossed with the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. So I've run this already through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss for the magic of TV. I'm going to add that to the card base. And I love white on white. Thank you, Brenda, for the birthday wishes. And then this is a piece of designer series paper from our Pattern Party DSP. This is a host only item, and I just have to show you, this is a huge pack of designer series paper. It comes with 48 sheets of 12 by 12 and all kind of fun prints. And anytime that you have a party that has at least $150 in sales, or if you purchase $150 yourself, you become a hostess all by yourself, you can get that pack of paper. It's $18, but with $150 you earn $15 in free host rewards, and you can shop in the host exclusive products, and that's one of them. All right. So if my sister Debbie is here, Debbie, you should be proud. This card is on a twangle, as she would call it. It's angled, and I'm usually a very up and down, square, kind of straight on my card kind of girl, but she likes the twangle. So we're going to put that on here. And that black print gives it just a nice little pop of a border. And then we've got to put these ladybugs together. So this is another card that's got lots of dimensionals. So I'm going to put the ladybugs on and then add the wings. How about that? That might be easier. It was so exciting just before being live tonight. One of my team members, one of my Craftastics team members, was presenting to a group of demonstrators on a demonstrator only website, and I was so proud to watch her presenting to the group. And she had a project that I'm gonna say, like, I might be able to make bets that it had the most dimensionals I've ever seen on a project, but it was a really cool technique. And it's a technique that requires a lot of uniquely placed dimensionals. It's like a floating technique. Whoops. Yeah, that is a twangle. Debbie, can't you see? That's what I said. It's a twangle for my sister Debbie. Maybe I'll hold on to the twangle for your birthday in October, or send you a really twangled card for your birthday. Okay, so now that we've got our ladybugs on, we're just gonna come on and put these little wings on. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Look at that. So cute. And the last thing we need, of course, is some sparkle. The Take Your Pick tool is another like must have in your craft collection for sure. It's so versatile and it helps you with placing all the bling. All right, look at that cute little card. Super cute. Okay, card number 2 is done. Now, oh, I'm so excited. I think I want to do this card next. I love these otters. Oh my gosh, guys. Have you seen this stamp set that is available for free right now as part of Sale-a-Bration? It is so cute, and I have more projects that I'll be sharing over the next couple months with this, but this stamp set is so cute and it goes so well with the Simply Marvelous paper. There's one that looks like water, but these otters are free with a $50 purchase, and we're gonna make a super cute card with it right now. So this card features some of the free designer series paper in the Sale-a-Bration catalog as well. I'm featuring all the free things. They're just so, you gotta just use them. And this is part of the Daffodil Afternoon designer series paper. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this paper did not speak to me at first, but once I got it and started playing with it, this is like little hearts. This might be my favorite piece, this beautiful paper. So these papers are just really pretty. But so they have flowers on one side, but the B side, the back side, has these lovely graphic prints on them. So great for backgrounds, or like we're going to use one today. We're going to use this on our little otter card. So let's get to making him. Super cute. All right, so we've got our little otter. Oh, the kids are cozied up. Do you have McKenna and Caden with you tonight, Aunt Debbie? Are you being Nana tonight? This card does feature one little flower here that comes from one of the Sale-a-Bration bundles, the Friendly Hello, that actually comes with a pack of gorgeous coordinating designer series paper, and you're going to see that on our last project tonight. It has this little flower. You don't have to do that. You could do a balloon or anything. This one has a flower, but I could totally see a balloon being so adorable on there. Oh, Elliot and Grayson, the kitty cat kiddos. Okay, those kids. Not the human kids, the furry kids. Okay, so what I've got here is I've already cut our paper. We are going to need to stamp some things. So let's do our stamping first, and then we'll do some assembly. So we need our sentiment here. It's birthday time. So let's go ahead. This little sentiment strip came from the Many Messages dies. So this is one huge die that you can cut all these different shapes out of, and we're using one of them here tonight, and it fits perfectly. There we go. And then we have some stamping and coloring to do. So we're going to stamp our little otter. He is so cute. So let's stamp him. We're going to also stamp his little hat. And then those little flowers. coloring to do. So I've got some blends, and I've actually got, let's see, my bumblebee marker here. So let me zoom in to show you some coloring. We're going to use just the Stampin' Write marker to color on this little hat. I'm just coloring the circles. And you could do this with any color, but because we're using this adorable bumblebee gingham ribbon on here, I'm using the bumblebee marker. And there's not a blend for that, so that's why I'm using that. And then the flowers are just colored in with Flirty Flamingo. So that's as simple as that. I am not like a super elaborate color shader or anything like that. So I think he's super cute, even though he's not like really elaborately shaded. So I'm taking the lightest of the crumb cake blends, and I'm going to color in his little belly section. Now, I color in super light when I use my blends, so I use the lightest of pressure, especially when I'm using the brush tip, because they are tender tips. So, but what I love about the blends is they just don't leave color lines. And then I'm going to color in the rest of him real quick. Let's see. I'll try to do this quick. I am kind of a slow colorer, but I'll try to do this quick for TV. He's really cute. I'm a focuser when I color. When I was little, I used to stick my tongue out. You guys have probably heard me say that. I'm not sticking my tongue out right now because I'm talking, but if I let myself, I would just be completely quiet. Okay. So you're just going to take and color him. And I'm just coloring him in. I'm using these just as my coloring markers. I'm not doing any fancy blending. But I do like to kind of go back and just make sure it's all smooth. But just to show you, I have a finished one. Ta-da! And so you're going to color him, and then you're going to cut each of the pieces out. So you didn't have to watch me fussy cut all these out. I went ahead and cut some out for you. But when you cut things like this out, the paper snips are great. And just a couple tips. I move my paper with my left hand and cut with my right. So if you just move your paper and keep working your way around, and I like to leave a little bit of an edge. Now for him, it didn't matter that we were cutting off his hair because we're going to cover it up. So let's put the rest of our card together now, because we have all of our pieces. So we've got a piece of black cardstock and these strips of this cute designer series paper. Just going to run some adhesive down them. Stick them on here. So because I have 3, I'm starting on the outside. Get that there. Oh, dangerous. And then I'm going to do the other outside one so that I can put the other one right in the middle. It does have a little bit wider gap between these two than on the edge, but that's how we wanted it. Okay, so this is going to go on our card front, like so. And then we need him to go on with dimensionals. So how many of you have Stampin' Blends in your collection? If you like to color, they are really the best coloring markers. Add just a little bit of glue to the end of this and a couple mini dimensionals out to the side. Stampin' Blends are my favorite coloring marker or pencil. You know, like if I look at any of my ways that I color, my Stampin' Blends are my absolute favorite. Yeah, Janice, they are my go-to as well. I really like them. Let's see, I'm going to grab a little glue dot to help stick this hat on his head. But we are going to need a little dimensional. We'll put that up there on the little, might be a little too big. There's his little hat. Oh my goodness, he's cute with that hat. Let me fix it. It fits perfectly on his little head. And then the flowers are going to go on with a dimensional, and I'm going to stick it right underneath his hand. His, her, whatever you want to call it. You can even put the stem on his hand. And then we're going to take a little bit of linen thread and just make the tiniest little bow. And add that with a glue dot. So I'm just going to stick that there and add that with the glue dot. Just a little. There we go. And we have one more thing to do, which is add the bumblebee ribbon. So I'm going to wrap this around. I actually like to keep my ribbon on the spool while I'm working with it. I don't know how you are. I will send, for those of you that place an order and get a make and take kit, you'll get enough of each ribbon for each of your projects. So don't worry about that. Oops, cut the ends of those. Slide that over. And then you have our cute little otter. He's a little higher on this card than the other one. He could have been dropped down. Look how cute he is. These otters. These two otters might be my favorite because this one is in the water and this one is kind of floating in the water. So I have some other projects to share over the next couple of weeks with these that are super cute. But this guy's pretty cute too, don't you think? I think so. The other part that I love about the Stampin' Blends, if there's anyone on here that likes to color but they haven't tried our blends markers yet, is number one, you don't have to get them in a big kit, so they come in pairs of 2. So you get a light and a dark, and they're $9 per bundle like this of 2. And so if you need to replace them, you don't have to buy a whole pack. You only have to buy the 2 marker bundle. So that is that card. We are moving on to our last card, ladies. Last card. All right. So we have got this super fun sunshine or ray of sunshine card that we're going to make. And I have a bunch of pieces here that are actually some left over from me playing and some that I have ready to use. So I'm going to cut some of them. But you just need a bunch of triangles to make cards like this. So we only have one stamp, so I want to go ahead and stamp to get that out of the way. This is using the Happiest of Birthdays stamp set that is in the annual catalog. And this is a great all-around birthday stamp set. This is great because you can put this, all of these are nice and big, so they're good focal point birthdays. But if you want something that takes up a lot of real estate on your card, this is great. And we're stamping on a tailor-made tag, one of my favorite die sets. Have any of you made this style of card before? It's been a really long time since I've made one, and I thought, oh, this is super fun. Hopefully I won't mess it up. All right, there's our stamp. It's your day. Enjoy it. So we can, this is what I would be stamping on the inside of it. Happy little bit late birthday, because I'm really good at little bit late. And it's not because I don't have the cards, right? Because I only have 5 million cards in my house. It's because sometimes I just forget. All right, so to make this kind of card, and remember, when you place an order using the link provided here in the video and use the host code through Sunday, you're going to get all the supplies to make this, and you'll get some rectangles of paper. And it's also going to show you like all the measurements and everything that you need. But you do need to have a paper trimmer handy because you have to cut these. So basically, you just line up your pieces of paper in the trimmer and cut point to point, creating triangles like so. So I have some here that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to cut some others just to have. The fun thing is you can use a variety of prints for this kind of technique. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by putting some adhesive kind of about 1.5 inches in and over on this card. Now, you'll get the pictures and everything to really, with the tutorial. I'm going to lay some things out here and I'm just going to pick. So this is kind of fun just to randomly pick. So this adhesive is there basically so you can put something in place and move on to the next thing. So basically you're just going to lay out some pieces and you want them to go all the way to the edge of your card. And I like to lay them all out before I do any cutting or anything, because we will have to cut off the edges. Let's see here. Go this one over here. And each one will be kind of different, so don't get worried if yours looks a little different or if your colors are in a different pattern. It's really kind of fun just to work your way around the card with all your different pieces. Let's see here. Oh, we need one of these. Let's do this over here. Put a little stripey piece in here. So you're just going to work yourself around and until you have all your space filled. All right, so there's that sunburst. That's what it's called, a sunburst card. So it really doesn't matter what angle you cut your pieces on. So you've got all that around, and then I'm going to bring in some liquid glue, and I'm just going to kind of go like this down to the end where each of these pieces are. Some of the bigger pieces will need a little more glue, but I'm just going to work my way around. Put that down, didn't I? Cut back and check that the ends that go along the corners are the excuse me, most important ones to get down with plenty of glue. But it doesn't have to be fully covered in glue. Does that make sense? Just want to make sure that it's adhered enough. So this is the trickiest part, and it's basically just because you got to get them all laid out before you can glue them in place. If you put the adhesive on them first, you would find yourself making a huge mess. I think I got them all. So I'm just going to press down on that, and you can see that we've got all these pieces off the back. They look all. So you're just going to take your scissors and trim them off. All right, you're just using your cardstock as the guide. Oops. Cutting all those pieces off. And this can be done with so many different kinds of paper. It's so fun. All right, so you've got that part done, and we're going to add it here. I need to trim one of my pieces here. It's looking a little long. Okay. We'll add that to our card base with some Stamp and Seal. I kind of bet myself that I was going to run out of Stamp and Seal while I was filming tonight, but I haven't. And this is the last card, so I guess I should. Glad I didn't bet myself. Okay. So there's that. We have our sentiment. And I've got some of the Fresh Freesia open weave ribbon. It's really a pretty, this comes in all of our in color colors. So it's really fun. It's sheer. You can cut it and do different things with it. We're just going to feed this through because we're going to tie a bow. I don't want to tie the bow till I get it on here though. So we're going to go back to our handy dandy dimensionals and add these. To add to our card. And I'm going to put this. Debbie, if you're still here, man, you should be really proud of your baby sister. I got another card with a funky angle. And then we're going to tie a bow. Oh, Brenda, I'm glad you like the card. Yeah, I had not done a card like this in a really long time. And if for those of you that shop with me and get my monthly tutorial bundle, or those of you that are on my team and get it for free, you might recognize this card layout because there was a similar card by one of my tutorial bundle friends that was in last month's tutorial that inspired this card. So there's that, and you can see that it's different than my original, but that's fun. That's the fun part. And now we just need to put some bling on there. So we'll add some of these pretty iridescent rhinestones. Yeah, I think that's enough. So there you go. Oops. As my take your pick tool goes rolling. All right. So there's that. So let me show you all the cards we made tonight in our online class. Well, I made one of each of these for you guys tonight. So fun. Yes, Jennifer, this is a great way to showcase your designer series paper, and you can make that with all kinds of designer series paper and you will really enjoy it. So let me flip the camera back. What do you think, guys? Did you like those cards? I had fun putting these cards together for you, and I hope you enjoyed them. And now I have to decide which one I want to give myself for my birthday. I'm still very partial to the sunshine one, to the little sun. So don't forget about the special. This is an online class, and so the way you participate in the online class is place an order using the link shared here. There is a link that shows all the items that I used in this, except the Sale-a-Bration items. It doesn't let me add those. So you can click that link and it will take you to where my online store is. And the host code is also down there for you. And when you place an order of $35 or more between now and Sunday, I'm going to send you the make and take packet to make all of these. You will need your own stamps and inks, and like this one, you'll need to have the Ladybug. And you will need the Otters. But you could also do this with other animal stamps that you have. So that's the great thing, is that you can utilize the things that you have. So even if you place an order and you don't have all the items, you can switch out with something that you have in your collection. And then if your order is $50 or more, I'm going to give you a free pack. Look how shiny these are, of these iridescent rhinestones. So you'll want to take care of that before the end of Sunday, and then plan to join me next month on February 8th for another series of 4 birthday cards. So I'll be here on Tuesday, February 8th, and again on Tuesday, March 8th to complete a 3-month, 3 free online class tutorial all about birthday cards. So if you need lots of birthday card ideas, this is where you want to be, and share it with your friends who might want to also get birthday card ideas. So thank you guys for sharing my birthday with me tonight. I didn't want to go over an hour, and it's 8:30, so 8:34, so we are right on time. Thanks to all of you who tuned in live, but if you're watching the replay, I appreciate you coming, and make sure you leave a little note down that you're catching the replay. And if you have any questions at all about any of the products that I used, feel free to leave a comment and I will answer them as soon as I can. So thanks again for coming tonight to visit Jennifer, One Crafty Sister, for her birthday celebration. You guys have a great night. Bye.